We awaken to find ourselves on a beautiful coast, staring up at the bright blue sky, clouds drifting by. Welcome back, everybody. This is TactiX Gaming. We're going to hop in and play for a little bit this morning before I gotta head to work, so go ahead and see what we can get ourselves into today. Pretty full hour. You never know who you might run into. Might have to give that to. Like somebody over here is dealing with some crabs. Alright. Apparently he seems to be beating me up now, so that's cool. Trying to help you out here, buddy. Oh, now he's gonna stealth and hide? Really? Where are you, buddy? Actually, oh, another spell now. Okay. How about that one? Just commenting on how I needed to get some way to like close the gap here. Seems like I'm a little homing jump spell, so let's just double check where we're supposed to be going. We're all the way over here. I think our main plot right now is over back in town. We just follow this road here. We should be able to get there pretty easily. Let's hop on our trusty steed and away we go. Oh, aren't you supposed to be sleeping right now, buddy? They said murder sentence for a second. Mender. Okay, so we have other things we can do over there. Here's where we're supposed to be going. Might be quicker just to follow the path, but that's not what makes other scrolls fun. I want to run everywhere, climb every mountain, and die. Okay. Old dirty well. Getting pretty close to town now, though. There's the road again. Guess we'll just go ahead and hop back onto that. Is the way shrine? Oh no, that threw me off for a second. Alright. Doesn't look right. There's a couple other quests hanging out in the area that we can take care of, but go ahead and finish up the current quest that we have. Entirely too distracted to try and run multiple quests at once. I will never get anything accomplished. I've learned that the hard way many a time. Alright, made it back into the castle. I almost get a bit of a sense of bleakness from inside the walls. I do really like the architectural style of this kind of new area. Very castles and knighthood, but it almost looks a little bleak to me. I don't know, just maybe about the texture colors. They all just kind of seem a little bland. Wish they had done a little bit more color variation with different objects around the world here. Let's go ahead and talk to you real quick.
Island mounts show a different spirit than the steeds of Lackey. Pay heed, traveler. The difference is subtle but important.
Let's see your stable. Yeah, we know what trainers are. Yeah, it's quite a bit of gold still. That's what I was figuring. I don't think I was gonna have enough. We're working on getting that up a little later. But for now, check out Oh my gosh. You see this over here? It's like what's that show? Metalocalypse? Okay, into the tavern we go. Like a sergeant? One of the guards over here getting drunk? Hopefully he's off duty.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
Like you?
Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay?
Yep.
I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice.
Apparently I don't know anything about them.
A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls.
Man's gotta make a living, right? Interesting. Speaking of rumors, have you heard anything about a trio of missing ships?
Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Sisters Guard and knows a lot.
Alright, thanks for the help, bud. You've been entirely useless.
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards.
He's very put together for being a guard. I'm just gonna say that. Alright, so I don't have any complaints. I'm just looking for information about a trio of ships.
We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island.
What do you know about the Ascendant Order?
Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks.
Sure, there's the BLM joke in there. IFA. Alright, so what does the Ascendant Order want?
They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people.
Well, thanks for the information.
Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink.
Well, since you're curious, why don't you guys stop them?
Ordinary bandits the Sisters Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order Ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back.
First off, why don't you just leave a bunch of roving guards so they don't come back? But, what do I know? I'm just a local commoner. Why do you call them faceless? Just because they cover their faces?
Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody.
Anonymity. Okay. Not gonna join any guild right now. We got too much questing to do. Maybe we can be social later. Alright, so we're looking for Lady Belle. Lady Arabelle. Seems like she's probably someplace else. So let's check this bookshelf real quick. Nothing very interesting to read here. I want to steal. We're good people. Is that a shark up there? Yo, that's dope. Great white, just black to the wall. You serve, win. Okay, let's go ahead and head out back to the bay again. that big. She's outside of town? Is this the lady I talked to? No. Alright, yeah, this is the lady of the glasses. I remember her now.
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them?
Well, after the rogue knights darkened the beacon, the keeper spotted 3 ships before the storm rolled in.
Darken the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinrith in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the rogue knights.
Well, I'm gathering that they're not locals then, but they're known as the Ascendant Order. The inn's patrons said they attacked caravans inland.
The Ascendant Order? Here? I heard rumors of knights troubling folk outside of town, but I had no idea they were the culprits. I've had dealings with the Order before. This doesn't bode well. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows?
Someone called the Ascendant Magus recruited salvagers to capture shipwreck survivors.
It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too.
What are you shipping here? Wait, what does your missing cargo have to do with the delegates?
Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west.
Well, who's this druid you're talking about? Why did they go to visit him?
Her name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along.
Okay, well, what do you know about the Ascendant Order? What can you tell me?
The Ascendant Order models itself after other knightly orders, but they're nothing but terrorists. They claim to stand against those who would subjugate the nations of Tamriel under Imperial rule, but I suspect they plan to take power for themselves.
Well, are they a serious threat?
They are well-funded and have a strong presence on the mainland. They proclaim a powerful message about greedy rulers and costly wars, but it's mostly rhetoric. Not that the common folk see that. Our conference makes a tempting target, I'm sure.
Okay, well, what can you tell me about representatives?
Valencia of the Mages Guild is a dear friend. We shared a few adventures when she was starting out, and I called upon her when I needed help with a conference. She enchanted the invitation medallions the delegates require to attend the conference.
Okay, what about the Fighters Guild?
I only met Guild General Quentin when he arrived. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but the war has cost him dearly. He lost his wife in a raid. I understand why the Fighters Guild chose to send him to the conference.
Alright, fair enough. A little more information now. Alright, I'm gonna grab some coffee. I will be right back. Alright. Sorry about the delay there. Still trying to wake up this morning. Woke up super early, and so I'm still trying to get my bearings a little bit, so I need another cup of coffee. I don't want to be sitting here yawning and looking bored, but I am really excited to get into play this, so I gotta figure out what to do with my hands. How do I hold my coffee cup and play at the same time? Life decisions here. Take a sip here. Lemony fresh. Not really chocolate and caramel, but all right. It's kind of interesting design. A cable bridge. Let's see. So I guess we're supposed to go to the Druid's hut now. Kind of figure out what's going on there. We'll have your representatives, I guess. So go ahead and head that direction. I know most folks like to play third person. Gives them a little more sense of character running them around and see themselves, but for the most part I do prefer to run in first person most of the time. Sometimes in some of the fights it's really difficult, but sense of immersion I think is a little bit better, and you get to wander around in first person and actually look at everything in real time as you go around. So most of the time I'm probably going to be hopping around in first person while I'm playing. Just be forewarned if that drives you nuts or makes you like motion sick. I know some people struggle with that, so. Early morning sunshine. I feel it. Unusual push. Squirrel. Okay, so it looks like the Druid's hut might be this thing up here. Bowls? Eyeballs? What's going on there? Maybe it's just rocks. Oh, this was the place I ran across earlier, wasn't it? There was a monster down here? Huh. Maybe not. It just looks similar. A cozy little hole. Got carrot cheesecake. I'm all for that. I like carrot cake. I like cheesecake. What could go wrong? Drinks. All right. Gonna steal all the foods. Doo-doo. Got some flowers, alchemy bottles. Might be useful. Oh, they're empty, I think. Oh. Couple of different drinks. Lots of mushrooms. Apparently I can't take those. They don't want me tripping. Alright, cool. Now that I've robbed her blind, what do you got?
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
Not sure if the game is glitching or she's supposed to look like that. Her extremities look very clear and the middle's all blacked out. That's a little weird. Okay. Anyway, you're talking. There's something I can do for you. I'm looking for the Guild Magister, Valencia, and Guild General Quinton.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once.
Oh, so you sent them to their deaths?
A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map. I saw a band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous.
Well, that's useful. What are you exactly?
We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifray, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal.
Well, unfortunately, that's the way most people end up, though, so, what does that mean?
Our people, the Breton people, went astray when they forgot the ways of nature. Stone walls and empty titles separate folk from the true way. We help them remember what their ancestors once knew. Some circles see it differently, of course.
Circles? What are they?
Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifre's will differently, but druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonelore Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work.
Are there other circles here in the Sistries Islands?
Yes. Travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders.
Luckily, I'm neither of those. So they're pretty common here then.
Oh, you'll find druids throughout the Sisters Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived.
Why did you have to leave the mainland?
Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock.
And what happened?
They lost. Driven into exile, the druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the druids.
What if this ties into all the Warder stuff? What is the Weird?
The Weird are Breton witches. They follow teachings and practices that share a common ancestry with the druids. Whereas we left the mainland, they remained behind to safeguard the forests of High Rock.
The other differences?
We have more in common than we have differences. The biggest that you would notice is that the Weirds are all female, while we druids accept all genders in our ranks. And we organize in circles of common beliefs, while the Weird Sisters form covens.
Huh. Okay. So, we get the point, you're similar. Well, I guess we're still on the hunt for these delegates. Maybe take a nap? No? No? Not gonna curl into bed? Unfortunate. Take your water. Now you have to leave. Find some more. Anything interesting in here? No? Oh. Just a random skull sitting on the stairs. That's a little unnerving.